stands up and asks us the exact same question we just answered. So, anyone got a question? Yes.
Hey guys, if you're not staff, you need to find a seat. You guys need to find a seat.
What's the inspiration for gory, bloody scenes? I'll throw to Bill on this one.
What was the question?
What's your inspiration for a bloody scene?
The inspiration for the bloody scene? What does that mean?
This is starting off great. This is going well already. Our inspiration is to try to find a way to sicken people, I suppose. Next question. Anybody shout something?
Are you going to do a DJ mix of Sinister Urge?
Excuse me, but this is the House of 1,000 Corpses thing. So the one and only music question. No, I'm not going to do any more remixes because everybody hates remixes. Next question.
Why did it take so long for you to get the movie?
Don't I know that story? It took so long because Universal made the movie with us. They saw the final product. Well, everyone saw the movie. They loved it except for Stacey Snider, who was the chairman of Universal. She saw the movie. She was sickened by it because she had just come back from Washington where she was testifying in front of Congress about marketing violent movies to children. So she was like, no way am I putting out this movie. And then they kicked us out. The movie wasn't finished, so we couldn't put it out yet. We had to find money to finish it. And then it bounced around. MGM picked it up, even though they denied it, but they did. I got the picture. But then I made a smart-ass comment on MTV about MGM and got a phone call the next morning telling me to get out. So they kicked me out again. That was not movie-related. That was just me having a big mouth. And then we showed up to Lionsgate, who were all happy to get there. Oh, we have microphones in the aisle, so if someone wants to ask a question from the aisle, just grab. Oh, there you go. Oh, now I see us working. Yeah, that got good.
I had heard that the final product that ended up in the theater was probably cut up, you know, as far as what you wanted originally, gore-wise, or.
Well, I mean, the final product in the theater is always cut up. Every film you see, I mean, the MPAA has the final cut. They were particularly harsh on us for some reason. No matter what we did, we couldn't get an R rating. Finally, we got an R rating, but we were right on the line. If we did anything, they were going to, you know. I think because we finally handed the movie in without sound effects, that they said, okay, it's an R. We did something underhanded. But yeah, no, yeah. I mean, there'll be another cut someday, and this is, you know.
So will you be doing that for the DVD?
Yeah, sometime. We'll get into this now, but you know, the reason we didn't do the unrated version now is because we started working on a sequel, so that kind of put the unrated to the side.
We're all smiling.
This guy was asking about your inspiration for gory scenes. What I would like to know is if you guys had planned on House of 1,000 Corpses seeming a lot like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or if it just happened to seem that way.
If we had planned on seeming like what?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Well, no, it was never like a plan, I don't think. I mean, in fact, me and Bill talked, there's certain things we talked about, me and Bill really didn't want Otis to seem like Chop Top, especially. And it's really hard to beat that out of Bill, right?
That's right.
But at the same time, I mean, that movie was never the specific thing. It was sort of just the 70s in general, just trying to get that vibe that those movies had. I mean, that's the obvious one that always gets referenced, but, you know, there was no particular effort to go in that direction. That exact film.
By the way, I want to say that Rob gave me some great direction. He said, you know, when you're happy, you're Chop Top. When you're angry, you're Otis. So.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah.
Can they turn off the weird walkie-talkie speaker back here so we hear everything?
Yeah, we're hearing
Okay.
Hello?
And there's Nara from Brooklyn.
Hi, I was wondering if you guys have an estimated release date for the DVD, and if so, what's going to be on it, including the uncensored material or whatever? Commentary, do you know if that's been on it yet?
Yeah, the DVD comes out August 12th. It's finished. I think it's probably shipped. We did a lot of stuff before. We did actually some things that no one's ever done before, although no one will notice. But what we did, we regathered the cast and we shot interactive menus, like truly interactive, where, you know, usually if you hit a menu, it, you know, recycles itself in like 10 seconds or something.
I don't really remember being asked to do
Well,
that. That's very...
technically, Jerry wasn't part of this.
Oh, okay.
You were sick that day.
This is how I find out. Great.
Chris Harness. Oh, he's such a pain in the ass. As Chris likes to remind me, Jerry's not technically dead. Anyway, so we have these menus where like Captain Spaulding will come out, you can ring the bell, he'll come out, and they go on for like 10 minutes of him just ranting and raving at you, and then he'll take you on the murder ride, then we'll go to like Pussy Lickers, and Baby will do her spiel, and he does a million features, and then Otis is out, you know, it goes on forever, and there's something on there we call Tiny Fuck to Stump, which is our favorite thing, and I don't know, we're still not sure if it's funny to anyone but us, but you'll see what it is when you get it. But yeah, it's director's commentary and all this other stuff. So there's, I don't know, there's a lot of crap on there, for sure.
And some hidden stuff that even Sid
There's
and I
hidden stuff.
we haven't been able to find it yet.
Wow.
What's up, Rob? Yeah, I was wondering, do you guys already have distribution for the sequel, or are you guys gonna have this whole problem all over again?
No, it's all good on the sequel because Lionsgate's already, you know, greenlit the sequel, so it's their thing. They're running with it. That was kind of funny because after the success of the first one, you know, everybody who didn't want it, of course, now is all happy for us. You know, we just felt it was just a good thing to stay loyal to Lionsgate because when things were bad, they were cool to us, and you know, we didn't want to like sell them down the river and then move it somewhere else. So it's going to be a Lionsgate.
I read in a magazine that in the movie, the props that were used in, I don't even remember, the crazy clown guy.
House of a Thousand Corpses?
Yes.
Single episode of the movie.
Well, yes, the House of Thousand Corpses, the movie,
You
but,
interested in some fried chicken?
right.
Yeah.
And most of the props were actually in your personal collection, is that true?
In my collection?
Not in your, not in your collection, but in Rob's.
Never liked that shit.
Yeah, I made an effort to steal everything that wasn't nailed down. So everything. I mean, actually, is there anyone who works in Universal Studios here?
Right there.
Someone help me sneak into the Edith Head building and steal all the wardrobe one night. So. Things like, yeah, that's the things you gotta do, you know?
But
That's
don't
awesome.
tell anybody, okay?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, he asked me, where did I get my knowledge on how to direct? Well, I don't know, I'm still looking for it. But, you know, I mean, it started with just making videos. I've made about 25 videos. So, you know, that's more the experience of knowing how to take a big chunk of money and bring things in on budget and just do stuff. And the rest is like, you know, you don't really know how to do anything until you do it. You can sit there and everyone has a theory and everyone can criticize you, but, you know, until you haven't slept for 4 days and you're standing in the rain with Bill Moseley, that's when the shit really hits the fan and you figure out how things are done. Questions for someone who isn't me, please?
Oh yeah, can you sell us on the next movie? Like, is there any information you can give us? The sequel?
I'll give you I don't want to give away too much because by the time it comes out, you'll be bored with it. But what it isn't, I'll tell you what it isn't. It's not another group of people going to the house to be killed. It's more like the tables turn and the bad people are all at each other. So it's just bad people against bad people. So you're not really sure who to root for.
And there's some gay dancers.
Like we said, Jerry's technically not dead. So
Jerry's not dead, but he does come back in tinfoil.
Are you as pissed about the Texas Chainsaw remake as I am?
Yes. Yes.
someone else answer that. We all have an opinion. Is everyone else pissed about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake?
I don't care.
It doesn't involve Chris Hardwick. He doesn't care.
It's completely beyond the scope of my reality.
Wayne, are you pissed?
I will make it in
His question was, what were your feelings when you were first approached about the production? Go.
I'll start. Okay. I've been friends with Rob for years because I used to work at MTV, and White Zombie was one of the first bands I ever interviewed, and so we sort of became friends, hanging out at a lot of the same deliciously crappy MTV events, and then the year before we did Corpses, Rob called me and said, "Hey, I'm doing a movie. You want to be in it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And
I remember it differently.
well, I said, "What's the character like?" And you go, "Well, I'm writing with you in mind. He's kind of an obnoxious asshole." It's awesome.
So I remember more like, singled out to not get picked up, and you owe me. You said if you were made a movie, I'd be in it.
No.
Chris's favorite words are, you owe me.
I don't know what sort of drug-induced rock star fantasy you're on right now. It's not any reality that we're dealing with. It's not happening at all.
Okay, anyone that's not Chris Hardwick want to answer that?
I was approached by my agent called because I was in retirement. Okay, I said, basically, excuse the expression, fuck this business. They called and asked, do you want to read this script? And I said, yeah, sure. And then I read it and I said, oh yeah, I can kiss some ass with this. Count me in, I'll be there. And it was an absolute blast the whole time, it's just laughing and scratching.
Let's see. I actually was emceeing a little Universal Horror Award show called the Igor Awards, and I asked them if they wanted me to come as Chop Top. So there was an executive decision made. They said, "Yeah, okay, come as Chop Top." So I came as Chop Top in a tuxedo, and one of the award recipients was Rob. This is, I guess, '99 even or 2000 for a maze he had done for Haunted City Walk, and he came out, and I guess he was surprised to see Chopped out there. So anyway, we talked afterwards, and I don't know, it was about a month or two later, I guess.
I thought it was just a guy doing a bad chop top.
Yeah, I
didn't know it was actually
getting a little long in the tooth. It's like, hey, lick my plate, you dog. A little tired after all these years, but anyway, so then I got a call from a couple months later from Rob's manager and the house producer Andy Gould, who said, "Hey, Rob's just written this script, and would you like to be in this movie?" And I said, "Okay." So that was it, pretty much.
Yeah. I think the only trepidation I had with the movie was when Rob told me that my skin is totally covered with third-degree burns. And I just couldn't imagine what I looked like with third-degree burns, but Rob kind of laughed when he said that, so I said, okay, let's go with the flow.
Even though it kind of looks like he's covered in a jelly donut.
And the funny thing is, it wasn't very much makeup. They did it all, it was very little
They just
makeup
burned
they
it.
used, yeah.
Cheaper that way. Yeah, right. Just light it on fire. I mean, how hard is that?
I just want to know, Rob, how many times did you actually appear in the film?
Yeah, I always say I didn't appear in the film, but I have one quick moment. Standing behind Dr. Wolfenstein's like this hunchback guy, and that's me. That's it. It's like 4 frames.
By the way, you scared the shit out of me.
What is that? Is that a rabbit? Grandpa rabbit?
You're not like rabbit.
Your chicken range is going to hell right now.
Chris will not be able to sleep tonight.
Well, let's get some numbers after the show.
Sort of riffing on the 70s horror film inspiration, and noting that you put people like Irwin and Sid in the movie, and Karen Black and Dennis Villeneuve. I was wondering, who did you want from that era that you didn't get, or was there anybody that was unavailable, or you were denied, or etc.?
There was really only one person. Actually, I mean, it was strange. Dennis was sort of like the second choice for Grandpa, which now, you know, obviously can't imagine anyone else. But Frank Gorshin came in originally to play Grandpa, and he was pretty much going to do it, but then he was doing this play in New York where he plays George Burns, and the schedules conflicted. He dropped out. Dennis had just come to read for some nothing part, and he was so great, you know, just gave him the part. But I think that was the only other person that we didn't get.
Was there anyone that you wished you could have gotten or still available?
Yeah, we'll get him in the next one.
I was wondering what kind of challenges you faced when you were doing this movie to get people to take you seriously as a director versus the musician. Like, did you find it was hard to get people to support you based on that?
What she asked was, do I find it hard for people to take me seriously as a director as opposed to a musician and whatnot? Yeah, there's always that, and it'll probably always be that for a while. I mean, but the thing that I was thinking in my head is like, I figure Ron Howard was still being called Opie till about the age of 45, so I really that comes with the territory.
This question is for Rob.
Why are you leaving? Can he go with you? Okay, it's me. I'm sorry.
You don't like violence?
This question is for Rob. I know you've done a lot of like smaller films, but there's a rumor that you've done Crow. It's been filmed. Is this a true rumor?
No, that's so far from true. It's painful. Quick Crow. I worked on Crow 3, which has no relation to any film they ever made. And they spent a lot of money in pre-production. We worked on it for 18 months, and at the end of 18 months, all I have are some really, really nice production drawings from this super talented production designer, this guy named Kraka, who did Delicatessen and a bunch of movies like that. So all I have is